Man, why so many people wishing for my demise? What have I done to you to celebrate in my adversity? What have I done? What have I done so bad that, you just rejoice because I'm going through some shit? What is it? I don't understand that, man. I just don't understand it. You know, I got all of these people that's just happy that I'm going through some shit. Why? What you getting out of it? Yeah, maybe let's start right there. What do you get out of it? Because I'm trying to figure it out. And it boils down. Listen to me, y'all. A lot of people say, well, why are you spending the money in a hotel? Why don't you go and get you an apartment? I'm still gonna have the same problem. I'm still gonna have the same problem because ain't nobody booking Black History tours. That's the root of my problem. What's going on, John? Hey man, listen, don't worry about it, man. God good, brother. Don't worry about it. I ain't sleeping in my car yet. so 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 I ain't sleeping in my car yet. so I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just keep praying. That's all. You know. Thank you, brother. Thank you, gamer. But I'm just wondering, man. Why so many people? We right now we have such a negative atmosphere all over the world. There's a negative atmosphere all over the world because right now, right is wrong and wrong is right. And we got to get back to right is right and wrong is wrong. Well, true conductor, how you do that? How you get back to right is right and wrong is wrong? Real simple. Say what you mean what you say. It's just that simple, man. Right now, when somebody tell you something, boy, you don't know what they mean. You don't know what they trying to say. And then some people, you say something to some folk, boy, and they take off down the road and with a whole different message from what you done said. So that's what we got to get back to, man. We got to get back to right is right and wrong is wrong. Then we can get rid of some of this negativity. Cause I mean, it's and hey man, give them their props. Give the enemy his props because he has divided good people. Give the enemy his props because he has successfully divided good people. Good people are afraid of themselves. That's how successful the enemy has been. The enemy got good people afraid of themselves. Ain't that something? Good people. They're afraid of themselves and they're afraid of the enemy. They don't trust nobody. Don't nobody trust nobody. And it's destroying us. We all are doomed. And people act like if they half of the ship go down, the other half is gonna stay afloat. We all screwed. And fighting each other like cats and dogs, man, on a sinking ship. For what? For what? All because we disagree. We fighting each other like cats and dogs. And look at what we teaching the kids that are gonna be responsible for us. They gonna inherit the same madness. And you got a never-ending cycle of destruction. Aren't you tired? Don't you want something different? Do you believe you can have something different? Then what are you gonna do about it? Because it can't change itself by itself. And see, and I think this is the problem with good people. Good people think this change is supposed to happen on its own. Yeah, good people think that this change is gonna happen on its own. And it's not, man. It's not. You gonna have to make a concerted effort to put some positive energy back into to the atmosphere. And man, I mean, it just amazes me how many people just flat out refuse to put some positive energy back into the atmosphere. And look at me like I'm suspect. I'm begging. Because I'm trying to say, man, stop hating each other because you disagree. You ain't booking no Black History tours. So I'm sitting out there, I'm playing your music, I'm playing your national anthem, and you won't even say, brother, man, thank you, sir. Here's $1. You won't even give me $1. You won't even give me a quarter. That's it. And then at the end of the day, see, this how people will do you. See, then, you know, when they there, they'll treat you like crap. But then when they go home or be around, oh yeah, I saw that man. He was at the White House. Sure did. Yeah, I saw him. Oh, they all excited now. You see, but when you was in my face, you ignored me. But now that you're at home, cause your people at home don't know no different. They only know what you tell them, cause they wasn't here. Can't nobody say, "Are you lying?" You see, so I'm mystified, man. I really am. I try to give people respect by playing their national anthem when they come to the White House. You ain't gonna hear your national anthem nowhere else in D.C. but being played down around that White House. Ain't nobody else doing that in D.C. Ain't nobody else thought of that idea. And people act like that's just something that happens every day. Every day. So, hey, if you don't appreciate it, fine. I'll just keep doing it until one day, man, somebody might appreciate that. So, man, that's a real cool idea. To play other people's national anthems when they come to the White House. When dignitaries come to the White House, they play the national anthem of their country. How come when regular people come, they can't hear their national anthem as well? And they don't even appreciate it, man. And if the White House wasn't important, why are you there? If the place wasn't important, why the hell are you there? And that's where the world meets. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, the White House is where the world meets. At the White House. That's the gathering spot. So if that's the gathering spot, man, why don't you try to reach them? Why don't you try? Why don't you try something that's universal? And the one thing that's universal to everybody is music. People understand music even if they don't understand. They understand the rhythm, even if they don't understand the words. They understand rhythms. So what I try to do is connect people with music from all over the world. That's what I try to do. I try to connect people with music all over the world. And let me show you. And see, when somebody like sometimes, man, some people come, well, can you play a song? And I said, as long as it's not vulgar. And it ended up being vulgar. You know, and I'm like, this is not the kind of vibe I'm trying to bring down here. I'm trying to bring some harmony, some peace, some togetherness, some trust, some love. This is what I'm trying to bring. And I'm trying to do it with music. And see, people don't appreciate the fact, man. I got YouTube Premium. Means I don't get commercials. So I can go from song to song to song to song to song to song to song all day long with no interruptions. And people don't appreciate that, man. I can play any national anthem back to back to back with no interruption. What's going on, Nicole? So man, I just come down. What I try to do is just express my creativity. That's what I try to do. That's what I always try to do is express my creativity. If and especially if it's what no one else is doing. That's what attracts me. I look for stuff ain't nobody else doing. Cause I ain't gotta worry about no competition. And see, and when you do something that ain't nobody else doing, then you lay the groundwork has to be done. It's done the way you say it should be done because you're the first one doing it. And that's the benefit because once you follow somebody, you got to do it the way they say do it. But when you are the creator, everybody got to do it the way you say do it. How somebody gonna tell you how to operate your idea when the idea came to you? If you got so much expertise, how come the idea didn't come to you? It came to me. So the idea is gonna work the way I say it should work, regardless to whether you agree or not, because it's my idea. It's that simple. So yeah, and you get people all bent out of shape, man. For what? For what? We gonna have to sit down and take a look, man. I got as many. Why you worried about it? You ain't paid for one. What you want to know for? You ain't paid for not one day. All you want to come up in here and be nosy. That's all you come up in here, just to be nosy. It ain't your business how many days I got up in here. No, I ain't flat broke, man. No, see, I'm glad you said that. I ain't flat broke. I ain't flat broke. See? I ain't flat broke. I ain't flat broke. See, I ain't flat broke, buddy. Flat broke mean you ain't got nothing. I got a little bit of change. See, I got a little bit of change. Ain't much. I got a little bit. enough to get me some gas to get something to eat. Get me down to the White House. No, I ain't sold none yet. They coming though. When I do, boy, they gonna fly like hot cakes. Yeah, I don't drink soda, man. I drink kombucha. I don't drink sodas. I try to stay healthy. I try to stay healthy. Yeah, man. That's what I do, man. I'm a panhandler. I panhandle, man. I panhandle love. That's what I do. I panhandle unity. I panhandle understanding. That's what I do. Yeah, I was down there today, man. I went back down there today. Yeah, I was down there. I was down there today. Yeah, I was. Nah, man, that stuff don't bother me because see, you have to be careful, boy, how you treat people, man. You know, cause the very thing that you find funny and hilarious is the very thing that can fall on you or some of your family. You don't know, man. You don't know. That's why you really have to be careful, especially when you're dealing with somebody that yeah, especially, man, when you don't know what's going on. So, you know, the only thing I can do, man, is keep doing what I'm doing because it's the right thing to do. That's the only thing I can do, man. And if I go under, and if I fall because I'm doing the right thing, then thank you, Kimberly. Then so be it. But see, here's the problem. Right now, people don't want the truth. They want their ears tickled. They can't take the truth because the truth is raw. And see, and we got so many people that the minute you tell them the truth about themselves, they get offended. And they want to jump up and run and start labeling you and trying to brand you all with all this negativity because you told them the truth. And see, and that's the problem. We don't have enough people that are willing to stand up and say, man, that shit ain't right. Regardless to what man say. Let me give you an example. This transgender bullshit. Man, you a motherfucking man. You ain't no woman. If you got a penis between your legs, you a man. And you ain't got no business in no female sports, period. Ain't no man got no business in no female sports. Shit, if you want to compete that bad, start your own goddamn league with transgender. Compete against other transgender men. Why you got to pick on women? See, because you get your ass kicked competing against another man that's just as confused as your ass is. Oh yeah, that's what I said. Because like I said, we got to get back to right is right and wrong is wrong. And I don't care if you offended. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, when you close your damn eyes, ain't going to have no impact on me. You got to deal with that shit, not me. So you can live whatever kind of way you want to. I really don't give a shit. Because it ain't going to impact me when you die. I can only tell you, man, you need to be trying to do something while you're alive. So you can save your soul. See, a lot of y'all don't even give a shit about your own souls, man. You really don't. Because all you want is now. You got to have the designer car, the designer clothes. Everything designer to show you done awry and you miserable inside. Isn't this something that we can't be successful, show success being ourselves? We got to go out and buy all this shit and get in debt just to show we successful? But we can't show success just being us. Ain't good enough. You know, you got to have the Maybach or the Rolls Royce. Some old Ferrari, the Bentley, to show you successful. So you better not jump out there in no Volkswagen. Shit, they laugh at your ass. And this is the problem, man. Our priorities are wrong. Our priorities are wrong. And because our priorities are wrong, we're teaching our young kids wrong. Man, I started in D.C. as a street vendor. That's how I started in D.C. See, I can walk in any neighborhood in the country and identify with them kids. You know why? Because I started as a street vendor. And most of them know what a street vendor is. So if I come in with any kind of sense, man, get the fuck out of here. I started as a street vendor. That's how I did, and I got proof. And got my ass kicked because I stood up against some corruption in the police department. I'm probably the only D.C. resident that's ever fought corruption in the police department where some cops went to jail. That's fact, man. But hey, they don't want a voice like mine, man, because I ain't scared. I speak up. And black people are just as guilty as this white person, this white man that they now don't get me wrong. Racism is alive and well in America, buddy. Believe that. Racism is alive and well. It's just right under the surface, but it's there. Oh, you don't think it is? Stick your head under there and see how they chop it off for you. Damn right. You see, but again, man, the biggest problem we got right now is good people are afraid of each other. That's where the enemy has been successful. Is making good people afraid of themselves. And if they're afraid of themselves, they can't come together. They ain't gonna achieve nothing because they're in a state of confusion. Isn't that interesting? Good people are in a state of confusion, man. And that's not how it's supposed to work. The good people are supposed to be the light, man, the beacon up on the hill. Come this way. And right now, ain't nobody no beacon. You can't even find a pastor. With all of this madness that we got going on in the world, not one man of God done stepped up and say, man, cut this out. To be a voice of reason for the world. Not one. But they got them Rolls Royce, though. They got them Bentleys. They getting your tithes and offering. But they can't do nothing to stop this violence, man. You know? And man, it breaks my heart that y'all sit back and see this. Watch this. And I'm saying, man, you're gonna have to give these kids some hope. You're gonna have to give them some hope. Because if you don't give them no hope, you ain't gonna have no peace. This why they're blatantly going in stealing stuff. Don't give a damn. Because see, here's one of the narratives that we're gonna have to change in the black community. We're gonna have to change this narrative. This bullshit that you got to go to jail to get some street cred, that's bullshit. I mean, that's bullshit. And this is the problem in the black community right now. Too many young boys think they got to go to jail to get some street cred. Because they can't come out here and be intelligent and be positive and be about business and be respected. But they can go to jail and come out and be a hero. Look, man, look at what we idolize in the black community. You know, drug kingpin, idolized in the black community. You can be idolized for doing some negative shit quicker than you can being positive. And this is the problem, man. I'm surprised my boy conservative atheists ain't been up in here. Some of my trolls, they ain't been up in here. They must think I'm in the caddy. They think I'm in the caddy tonight, and here I am still in the hotel. So, man, they gave me these last couple of days, boy, have been an ass kicker. I ain't lying. These last couple of days been an ass kicker. Because, I mean, I'm just asking myself why people are afraid to help somebody when they see somebody doing good. What are they afraid of? You know, you see people trying, and you won't even lift one finger, man, to be encouraging. Isn't that interesting? People will not encourage you to stay positive. When all this negativity going on in the world, people still don't want positive. Because the biggest problem that we have right now is we don't have enough people willing to turn off that damn TV. That's the problem. If we could get enough people to turn that television off, man, they would give you any kind of news you want to get you back. But you motherfuckers, you got to be watching the basketball game, the football game, and your stories, and all Netflix and all that other HBO. You can't do without television. And all you got to do is turn it off. Turn it off, man. Don't watch it. And I guarantee you, they'll be doing backflips trying to get you back in there, trying to get you to start watching again. See, people don't understand the power that they have, man. It's the people that make this thing go round. If you take the people out, you ain't got nothing. You don't have a thing. All this boycotting and this bullshit and marching, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Keep your money. You know, sooner or later we're gonna have to start using our dollars to start speaking for us. People treat you like shit and you still go make them rich. They ain't gonna never have no respect for you. When they can treat you like shit and still get your money, who gonna respect you? Think about that for a minute. They treat you like shit and still get paid. Why should they listen to you? Why should they care? Why should they even be concerned? Because they still getting your money. You see, we don't want to sacrifice, man. You know, we don't want to be uncomfortable. See, that is the problem right there. Americans are too goddamn lazy. They too goddamn lazy. That's the problem, man. They too damn lazy. Americans are too damn lazy. And you notice I said Americans. That covers all you motherfuckers. Y'all too lazy. There you go cussing again. You damn right. Because these young boys cussing like hell. Got all your daughters hooked up, using, abusing them, and dumping back among you as damaged goods. You ain't talking about it. And killing each other like flies. You ain't talking about they cussing. But then you can come up in here talking about Jesus with me, man. You better get your Jesus ass on up out of here. That's what you do. See, you got all these people talking to you about Jesus. And they ain't living like Jesus. That's the problem. See, we got too many people out here talking one thing and getting behind closed doors and some total freaks. And that's the problem. And then they'll come back out in the open like they goody two-shoes. And some stone cold freaks behind closed doors. And think can't nobody pick that shit up. You know, that's the problem, man. You know, so y'all don't come to Ireland. Hey man, you know, that's how Frederick Douglass got rich. Frederick Douglass, the Underground Railroad is nothing but a code system. It's only known by us. And when Frederick Douglass escaped slavery, even though he was one of the greatest abolitionists to live, Frederick Douglass didn't escape slavery on the Underground Railroad. Frederick Douglass escaped slavery disguised as a sailor. Yes. And his name wasn't Frederick Douglass. It was Frederick Bailey. He wrote his autobiography and named his slave master. That's when he had to flee to Ireland, because at that time he could be sold back into slavery. So while he was in Ireland, he went on this abolitionist speaking tour. And that's when he became wealthy. That's how he made all of his money. And some of his friends went and purchased his freedom, and he came back to America. But that's that. And see, and listen. So I told you the Underground Railroad was nothing but a coal system. So what Frederick Douglass did, he added an extra S to Douglass. So when you saw Frederick Douglass with two S's, That's the man you're looking for. That's your man. And that was the code. That was the code. You see? So we always, and even today, man, show you how black history is ingrained into the people that don't even know it. Ask any person, any black person in America for some directions. In them directions, they're going to put you a landmark. Underground Railroad. See, when the sky was clear, we had to follow the North Star. That was our guide. But when the sky wasn't clear, man, we had to be experts at landmarks. We had to remember the landmarks. My grandson, when he first started college, he went to Ohio State University. And I went up to see him, and they had Family and Friends Day. So I jumped in the caddy, man. Drove up to Ohio State. Got up there, granddaddy, granddaddy. Man, I saw a sign reminding me of you. Said, boy, you smoking reefer already? He said, no, quit playing, granddaddy. Come over here and see this sign. It was a marker dedicated to the Underground Railroad on the campus of the Ohio State University. And when we was reading the marker, it said, this is marker 4 of 5. There are 5 markers on the campus of the Ohio State University honoring the Underground Railroad. And see, marker number 3 was the one that you had to bear right at Mirror Lake to go north. Because if you bear left, you're going west. You see, that was the landmark. Mirror Lake was the landmark. Okay? And see, we got so, and to show you, that's the Underground Railroad. And remember, I told you the Underground Railroad was nothing but a code system. What do you mean, true conductor? So back in the day, if you was coming to D.C., I tell you, look, man, go to Heron Hill or Good Hope, because rarely would you see a Georgia man in either one of those places. What I just said, if you trying to hide, go to Anacostia, which is Good Hope, or Herring Hill, which is Georgetown. Because rarely would you see the Georgia man, who was the slave catcher. That was his nickname. And you got more black folk now that know themselves by their nickname than they do their real name. Now tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. More black people know themselves by their nickname than they do their real name. Underground Railroad. That's all that is. And see, I don't know how I got onto this, but it's coming up, so let me let it come out. See, the white pastors used to come to black churches to see if they could figure out how the codes were being passed on for the Underground Railroad. And the Underground Railroad was the most successful organized crime in America. Let me say that again. The Underground Railroad was the most successful organized crime because it was against the law, man, to help a black person get free. That was against the law. And if a white person was tried and convicted for helping a black person go free, that was treason. That means they got hung. And there's some white people, yes, sir, organized crime. That's what it was, organized crime. That's all it was, man. Underground Railroad was nothing but organized crime. Because it was against the law, man, for black folks to be free. That's a crime. and let me tell you something. And if you was with Harriet Tubman and you wanted to turn around and go back because you was afraid, you did. Well, I mean, if you want to think it's organized noise, that's fine. That's okay. It's okay. But it's funny. We had white people believing it was a real underground railroad. The white people really thought that that was a railroad that was underground. They really thought that, man. That's how good we was, boy. And see, look here, y'all. There were 4 ways out of slavery. Okay, there's only 4 ways out of slavery. Manumission. That means somebody die, and they grant you your freedom. You can buy yourself out of slavery. You can run away or die. Those were the only 4 outs. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. Somebody meant that. See, these are the kind of stories that we don't want to tell. There are a lot of white people that lost their lives on behalf of freedom for black people. But we don't tell their story. Their stories are just dying on the vines. And this is why I got involved in DC's Black History, because the Black history is just dying on the vines, man. Nobody's using it. And after a while, it'll be forgotten. So that's been my approach. How do I feel about reparations? White people are missing the greatest wealth transfer in the world by not giving this group of black people reparations. Because if they gave this group of black people some money, they give it right back to them and be in more debt. I'm saying, this group right here, shit. Talking about you gonna get them some money? That money's spent, buddy. That money's spent on some junk. And they gonna get in more debt. So white people, man, they hurting themselves right about now. They should be trying to find every way they can to put some money in the hands of black folk. Because all the black people gonna do is turn right around and give it back to them and get in more debt. And get in more debt. And that's how that. And see, and let me tell y'all why we don't have reparations. Because the government haven't figured out how to get its money out. See, if the government was smart, they would give money to families and let the families fight over how it's going to be divided. See, that's what the government should do. You know, give money to families and let them divide it up among themselves. See, now government ain't got nothing to do with that. See, that's what the government should do with reparations. And I'm gonna tell you something else. If in fact black folk did get reparations, yeah, the Underground Railroad was organized crime. Yes, it was. Because it was against the law for black folk to be free, man. So you're breaking the law, freeing black people. That's not racist, man. That's the reality. That's just the reality. That's not racist. That's the reality. See, it's little dick mofos like you. That's the problem. Come up in here with that little dick energy. Why don't you take that little dick energy and go on somewhere else, Lou? Shit, you're in the big dick playground, boy. Get up out of here. Yes, she was a criminal. Yes, she was a criminal. Because she helped black people escape to freedom. Yes, she. Why you think they was hunting her ass, you dumb fuck? Because she was a criminal. They was hunting her. Man, listen. Arlington Cemetery from 1863 up to 1900 was Freedmen's Village. And they were stealing children from Freedmen's Village. So Sojourner Truth went over to Freedmen's Village. Now, I'm not saying she was a good person, man, that did good things that was bad in the sight of other men. So Sojourner Truth went over to Freedmen's Village to help the mothers teach them how to protect their children. And the Georgia men sent her a message that they was coming to get her. And it's right across the water. DC on this side of the Potomac, Freedmen's Village is where Arlington Cemetery is. Okay? She sent a message back. If you come over here messing with me, I'm going to rock this country like a cradle. That's what Sojourner Truth said. And my father is buried in the same cemetery, not far from Sojourner Truth in Battle Creek, Michigan. Yeah, my father is not buried, not far from Sojourner. She got a a big headstone, man. That joint, like, about 8-9 feet high, maybe, or even more. Her headstone is real impressive. And see, this is the kind of history that's just down on the vine, man. It's just down on the vine. Because don't nobody want to use it. You see, so that's why I developed my tours, because I found some history that was just down on the vines. And I'm trying to save it. And that's all I'm trying to do is just save it. And I can't do it by myself. No, I haven't. I mean, I have a historic black church tour for DC that I haven't even put on my site. I got a historic black church tour. And, we got numerous black cemeteries, man. All kind of dignitaries buried in them, that you can go and share that history. See, there's so much that could see that's one of the things you can start get out here and teach some of these kids, man, how they can come out and start doing cemetery tours. I mean, seriously. There are all kinds of vehicles, and tourism is the only profession that. No, I do I cover the whole city. No, I do my. I'm in a vehicle. I cover the whole city. But I'm saying what I'm saying though is that if you want to address the crime, why don't you start teaching? Why don't you start teaching some of these young kids that may be high school dropouts how to do walking tours? Tourism is the only profession, man, where you don't need a high school education. One of the few that you don't need garbage man. You don't need a high school education. Okay. I had a Mercedes tour bus, man. Got it repossessed. You know, I had a Mercedes and a Ford, a Sprinter and a Transit. Got both of them repossessed. Man, just couldn't do the business. You know. Yeah, yeah. So we got to be able to. We got to. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to come up with some alternative methods, man. I mean, you're gonna have to come up with something different because what you're doing ain't working. Let me say that again. What you're doing ain't working. So why are you afraid to try something different? Yeah, you do, man. Man, that's one of my biggest fans. Yeah, because every time I go live, he up in there. And if I block his ass, unblock him, he'll be right back up in here, boy. He be fiending, boy. Oh, Lou be fiending. He be fiending. Oh, true conductor, come on, man. Where you at? See, it wasn't long. It wasn't long before I came on. He popped right up in here. Sure did. And now that we done called him out, see, he gonna run. But if we didn't call him out, his ass would be up in here all until I leave. He'd be right up in here with me until I leave. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, my trolls love me. I don't know. See, and the Bible say, man, the Bible say that God will make even your enemies be at peace with you. Robert, right now, man, I'm dealing with a little crisis, a little living crisis. So, you know, you're gonna have to deal with this here for now. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm in it. But see, like I told people, man, it's not that I want to be in a hotel, but this is just the the option that I have right now because the culprit is I can't make a living off Black history. So even if I got an apartment and ain't nobody booking no tours, I'm still in the same boat. I'm still in the same boat, buddy. Yes, indeed. Ain't nobody booking no tours. I ain't got no money coming in. You got to go, buddy. Yeah, yeah. No, man, I gotta keep my box with me, man. Well, I told you, man, because people don't wanna learn Black history. So I can't make them. I can't force them. All I can do is put my best foot forward. Hey, man, my website is dcblacktours.com. dcblacktours.com. It's my website. Okay, when you Google that name, it's gonna take you to Capital Buddy Tours. See, eventually, DC Black Tours is gonna be its own website. See, Capital Buddy Tours is for any Black History tour in America. Right now, there is no one place where you can go find a Black History tour anywhere in America. That's why I set up Capital Buddy Tours. And I got DC Black Tours. So those are two different entities. But right now, I have to connect DC Black Tours to Capital Buddy Tours. Okay, so I can get them rolling. Once I can get them functioning and sustainable, I can separate them. See, anything that and I got truthconductor.tv that I can put my own radio station on, have my own app. I had a guy, man, trying to help me, screwed me with my app, but I kept my truthconductor.tv. Okay, I still got that. So look at the things that I got going, man. Well, see, Lou, you ain't got nothing. You don't have a thing, man. So I ain't worried about you. So that's what I do, man. I try to keep all this stuff going by myself until I can get one of them to work. And when I get one of them to work, I can take that money and put them back, invest into them all. Well, no, it's not. It's not poor choices, my friend. I've been just struggling trying to get that Black history off the ground. That's been my Achilles heel, is to get people interested in their own Black history. That's what I have not been successful doing, and consequently, that's why I'm where I am. Wow. You just reveal yourself, man. You just reveal yourself. You just reveal yourself. Yeah, you Marcel's DJ Screw. Damn. Funny that you came out and mentioned his name, and I never mentioned nobody's name. So, only hit dogs holler. Yeah, Marcel fucked me. It's just that plain and simple. He fucked me. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He fucked me. Real good. Never get that chance again, nobody. Never get that chance again. But he fucked me. He did. Sure did. Yeah, he fucked me good. But I got truthconductor.tv though. I still got it though. Uh, well, see, I'm not bashing nobody, and I just didn't start talking about this. See, this is not something new to me. You talking about bashing. Let me show you. Let me show you a little something here. Let me show you a little something. I don't have to bash. Yeah, but tell him you can go tell him, yeah. You can go tell him, he fucked me. Just go say True Conductor said you fucked him. You can go tell him I said that. You can tell him I said it. I don't give a fuck. I tell him to his face he fucked me. Anytime a man gonna turn around and tell you you can't broadcast, you can't advertise your own shit, you gotta wait until he tell you, man, fuck you. You screwed me because I'm trying to get people to my own shit, and you worrying about some fuckers gonna sabotage your shit, motherfucker. If you that worried, you shouldn't have been able. You shouldn't even be in business. So yeah, he fucked me, man, because I'm trying to get my shit off the ground, and he got his thumb on the goddamn scale. Yeah, that's what happened. Get the fuck out of here, man. I tell you what, I'm gonna block your dumb ass so you can go back and tell him. All right, you get the fuck up out of here. You get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, go tell him. Get the fuck up out of here. Now, go tell him. That's what I want you to do. Go tell him. Since you know him, go tell him. Cause you him. See, that's who that was. Marcel. DJ Screw was Marcel. That's him. That's who that was. Cause how you gonna defend somebody you don't even know? How you gonna tell me how timely I was? See, that shows you right there. That's you. That's you. When you can sit there and tell me what I did, that's you. And think can't nobody put that shit together. Tell him, motherfucker, get up out of here. And he'll be back with another account. Watch. Be back up in here with another account. I'm telling you. See, listen, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is sit down and watch what people be saying. See, there's some information they don't know. The public don't have access to. Some information don't. Okay? So if this guy gonna tell me I should have been timely on some, how you know that? How you know I wasn't timely? How you know that? I didn't do business with you. I did business with Marcel. How you know that? So that's who DJ Screw was, Marcel. That was Marcel himself. And when I stepped on his toe, he hollered. He hollered. Because that's the one been up in here. You know, sooner or later, something was going, he'd reveal himself. And see, that's all you have to do with people. They'll show you who they are. If you paying attention, they're going to show you, okay, who they are. Just pay attention. They show you who they are. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. That was Periscope was real good. I miss Periscope. Yeah, I miss Periscope, man. Periscope was good. Periscope was good. Yeah, it was definitely good. But no, man. Just ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to do better by each other. Good people gonna have to come together. Good people. See, old timer. You saying stop hating each other because you disagree. See, here's what we don't talk about. We have people in probate court that won't even speak to each other. Brothers and sisters. Family. Won't even speak to each other because they disagree. Child support court. Won't even speak to each other because they disagree. Divorce court. Won't even speak to each other because they disagree. And then you turn around and pour some race and politics on top of that. You got a lethal explosion. You see, this is where we need to focus on right now. Let's get down to the root of the problem. Cause you got husband and wives sleeping in separate bedrooms under the same roof, raising dysfunctional children, and they'll tell you they don't hate nobody. And won't even sleep in the same bed with the person they used to say they love. See, that's the kind of stuff we have to deal with. And then they come out here every day. Isn't that something? Sleeping in separate bedrooms, but yet walk out the same front door. And you think everything's hunky-dory behind closed doors. And them jokers sleeping in separate bedrooms. But they walk out the same front door when they go in their separate ways. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And all you see is both of them coming out that front door. And you think everything is fine because both of them are coming out that front door. Then one of them snapped and killed up the whole family. And you surprised because all you see is both of them coming out waving, hey, how you doing? And going on about their business. But when they get behind closed doors, they can't stand each other. See, this is the stuff that's going on in our community that we don't want to talk about. See, we got too many people, man, that are suffering, that are hurting behind closed doors. And when they get out here in public, they can't let you know. See, because you got people like Lou that'll make fun of them, tease them, demoralize them. See, this is what we're going through. You're already fragile. And now you got people dumping on you too. Oh, it's just a matter of time before you snap. See? A lot of them do, buddy. A lot of them killing their family now, buddy. Shit, there's a lot of them. Y'all, am I lying, y'all? Anybody, am I lying? Somebody tell me, am I lying? See, he in here playing. But am I telling a lie, y'all? Let's see. Okay, I got one yes and one no. Okay, and I'm not lying. Thank you, gamer. See, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling y'all. Listen, y'all. If we don't open up some lines of communication so that the people that are in distress we all are in trouble. Because, see, we don't know where that person gonna snap at. And we don't know what's gonna make that person snap. You realize it is so bad right now, you can't even afford to even say nothing to nobody in no car. They might pull out a gun and shoot you. That's how bad it is, man. That's how uptight people are. You can't even say nothing while you're driving. They subject to shoot, can pull out a gun and shoot and kill you. That's how uptight people are. And we ain't doing nothing to alleviate some of that pressure. I mean, we're going to have to do something to try to address that problem. And the way you're gonna have to do that, we got to stop talking at each other, man, with all this hatred and division and animosity and anger and vindictiveness. Ain't nobody perfect. We all got some isms in our closet. Let me say that again. We all got some isms in our closet. So if ain't nobody perfect, how come we can't talk to one another, man? How come we can't be kind to one another? I tell you why. Because you got some people that are so ruthless and so cold, they'll use your kindness to get you to drop your guard so they can get to jump on you. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem. We got too many people, man, that are predators among us. Got too many predators among us, man. And that's what we're gonna have to weed out, them predators. Well, how you know who's the predator and who's not? Real simple. That predator always wants something for nothing. Let me say that again. See, that predator always wants something for nothing. That's what they specialize in, man. It's getting something for nothing. And it's keeping us divided. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. And nobody can reach these young kids. Nobody can reach them. And we all in danger, man. We're all in danger. We're all in danger. If we don't try to come up with an answer, we gonna be slaves. We're gonna be confined to how we ain't gonna be able to go out, man. It's gonna be so bad. And you got these young boys killing each other like flies for what? Because somebody dissed them. I mean, come on, man. See, that this is the problem I have with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is full of shit. Let me say that again. Black Lives Matter is full of shit. Black Lives Matter only matter when white folks do something to you. That's the only time. That's how they made their money, man. Now, I'm allergic to fish. I can't eat it no more. That's how they make their money. You see, and it's a whole. See, they don't know who made the money off Black Lives Matter. All of these shirts you see, all this stuff, they don't know who behind that stuff, man. They don't know who behind that. Do I still go to black rallies? For what? What you rallying for? You come out here and you march and you protest and you still don't have any discipline or how you spending your money. So what are you protesting for? When the same people you out there in the streets marching against, you still coming back and giving them your money. What are you protesting for? You think they give a fuck? Because you protested when they know you're going to come back and give them your money? You see what I'm saying? Here, 10-year-old boy just killed his mama because she wouldn't buy him a toy. What kind of shit is that, man? See, that's how cold and ruthless. You're gonna kill yourself over some material shit because that's all that was matter. Well, if it was in Wisconsin, you know he was black. 9 times out of 10, it was a black kid. 9 times out of 10, it was a black kid. And I'm saying to you, man, these same corners, these kids are standing on, got history. Instead of them selling dope on that corner, why don't they sell the history of that corner? And they ain't got to be looking over their back for the police. Okay? They ain't got to be looking over. See, this is what we gonna have to do. We got to show these young kids, man, listen. In every urban center in the country should have a vendor-free zone where people can come up and set up in this zone without a license. They ain't got to have a license to set up in this zone until they start getting, and you can monitor them to get them started. And once they get productive and once they can sustain themselves, now you can guide them toward business, toward license, toward the proper way to do things. But in the meantime, you're letting them make some money so they ain't got to go out stealing, so they ain't got to go out shooting nobody. See, I'd rather have a vending free zone than to have them going out here carjacking and stealing people and killing people. Show them kids show people, man, how they can make money. Because that's what it's all about. That's what you want. That's what you want, money. And isn't it interesting? A high school dropout can make more money on OnlyFans than a woman with a PhD. Isn't that interesting? See, that's how social media has made education obsolete. You don't need an education on social media now. All you do is throw up your legs, man. Shit, you rich. If you're a woman, men doing it too. You don't need no education, buddy. Shit, you got old women on OnlyFans. Grandmas. You got grandmas. Well, you know, shit, grandmas now be in their 30s. Hell, in our community, shit, grandmas in their 30s, buddy. They ain't in their 50s and 60s like my generation. Shit, them motherfuckers in their 20s and 30s. They grandmamas. Already. You know, I'm serious. Look. See. Now I don't know if he joking or not, but man, that's social. This is what social media has done for us. Has made education obsolete. You don't need an education now, man. You don't need it. You don't need it. And you can get filthy rich without an education. Go on OnlyFans. Go on over there. If you think I'm lying, go over there and see. Shit, woman with a PhD ain't making no kind of money that this high school dropout making on OnlyFans. Ain't no competition. It ain't no competition. Yes, it is. That's what it is. And the sluttier it is, the more money you make. It's that simple. And see, and Nicole, thank you. You don't have the student loans either, and you're making money. And on the down low, let me tell y'all something. You'd be surprised who's on OnlyFans. You'd be surprised at some of the women, professionals, that are on OnlyFans in secret. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be totally surprised. Yeah, because and that's the way they make it. I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you. They be paying for all. They pay for anything. You ain't got to show your face on OnlyFans and get paid. And get paid. You ain't never got to show your face. Never got to show, because all they want you to do bust your legs open. You bust your legs open, shit, yo, ding 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 ding. That's how the ding 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 ding. That's how the money be coming, just like that. For them women, man. All they got to do bust their legs, ding 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 ding. That's how the money gonna be coming, man. I mean, they go crazy. Why? Why? Yeah, they yeah, man. They sell everything on OnlyFans. Yes, they do. And like I said, you ain't got to have a high school degree, man. You can be a a high school dropout, and make six figures or more on OnlyFans. That's a sad commentary, man. And this is one of the reasons that our young people are the way they are in the black community. Because we don't celebrate excellence. For a kid in the black community, to be about school and be about business and trying to be something, they're gonna get bullied. You find a black kid in the black community that's trying to better themselves, they gonna be teased. They trying to be white. I'm serious. They gonna get that. That's what's wrong with a lot of these young kids today. They can't come out here and try to be something, because if they do, they're gonna get bullied. They're gonna get talked about. They're gonna get teased that they trying to be white because they trying to educate themselves. Isn't that interesting? And that's right here in 2023. Young kids in the black community, man, they ain't trying to strive. They can't do it because they're gonna get bullied. Because you got to go to jail, man, to get some street cred. You can't get street cred being smart. You can't get street cred staying out of trouble. You can't get street cred being a dad. You only get street cred, man, when you go out here and having babies all over the place. You know, I mean, see, look at what we value. You see, and here's the kicker. And those are the first ones to throw up racism in your face, to be telling you about what that white man is doing to you. And they got you bent over without the grease. But they can tell you what that white man is doing to you, all the while screwing you themselves. See, this is the stuff we got to deal with in our community. No, I'm sounding like me. I'm sounding like me. And then when you want to highlight this stuff, see, as a black person, you got a double-edged sword. See, when you start talking about stuff like this, black people gonna say, well, how come you got to, you shouldn't be talking about this in public. You shouldn't be speaking on this in public. See, that's what black folk gonna tell you. And then white people, they ain't gonna say nothing because they scared. They don't know what to say. So they play it safe and don't say nothing. I mean, this is the problem. This is the problem. And see, and to even further complicate the problem, anything that's pro-black is automatically perceived as anti-white. That's going to even further. That's why we got the stuff going on now, because they're trying to equate pro-black to mean anti-white. And that's not the case. See, if we don't ever tackle some of these mindsets, nothing is going to ever change. What do you mean, true conductor? See, let me. Black people are stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. Why is that? Why is that, true conductor? See, when the government came along and started giving black families welfare, they told that woman, listen, have as many babies as you want, with many different men as you want. As long as one is not in the house overnight, we're going to give you welfare. Now, you got generation on top of generation that's stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. That's where it started. And it just keeps snowballing. That's on the black side of the coin. On the white side of the coin, they're stuck in the mindset of the 1850 Fugitive Slave Act. What that act said was, if you white person, just on your suspicion, you ain't got to have no proof. All you got to do is be suspicious of a black person, and you had to confront them. Why you here? Who you know? What you doing here? And that mindset has gone from generation to generation to generation unchecked. That's why we have the stuff going now that you see, hey, what you doing over here? What you doing in my neighborhood? Why you here? Who you know here? The 1850 Fugitive Slave Act. A lot of y'all didn't even know that act existed. Go back and read it and see. If we're not dealing with that same, and see, and that mindset is why no matter how much money you got, no matter how famous you are, if you're a black person, you're going to always have to justify why you're where you are. That's why. That's why we have to justify why we are where we are. 40 acres and a mule. You know who? Let me tell you. You know who Stop that. Jackson. Jackson, stop that. Same one with the Trail of Tears. How come we can't see? This is why I'm against taking down Confederate statues. Them motherfuckers lost. Why don't you tell how they got their asses kicked? See, you won't tell that story because they lost. But you'll take them and put them in a story somewhere. Why don't you tell how they got their ass kicked? Okay? And then, now you're creating tourism. See, because now people are going to want to come and see how you set the record straight. And see, the root of racism is hidden in the flawed American history that we teach. If we don't ever correct this history that we're teaching, nothing is going to ever change because that's where the root of racism is hidden. Okay, we got to set the record straight. And nobody seems to want to do that. Man, thank y'all for joining me. I just, I try to be as common sense as I possibly can. And right now, evil is just outthinking us. Evil is outthinking good. That's what the problem is. Oh, see, shit, y'all get up in here, man. Got me be talking all night long. Get me up in here talking all night long, man. Okay, all right. I stay for a little while longer. Another 30 minutes. Anyway, I give you another 30 minutes. So, but the only thing I'm saying is, if we don't make a conscious effort to put some positive energy in the atmosphere, nothing is going to change, man. Nothing is going to. And see, let me tell y'all. See, this is the mistake a lot of people make. They don't know how to give. See, most folk don't know how to give. What do you mean, true conductor? They worry about what the person gonna do with the money. That's not what's coming back to you. What's coming back to you is how you gave the money. That's what's coming back to you. See, sometimes you can give with a wrong attitude. And then and what's gonna come back to you is a wrong attitude. Because that's how you gave it. You see, don't worry about what somebody gonna do with it. Man, you just make sure your heart is clean. Well, see, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. You know, you're welcome. No, man. No. Right now, that's what's hurting us. That's what's hurting us. That's what's keeping us divided. The government giving us all this money. Who you think gonna pay for that shit? Who you think paying for that? We gonna pay for that. How come we can't start helping each other? You know, you got millionaires out the yang yang. How come some of them, man, can't take a couple 100,000 or 500,000 and go to grocery stores and let people say, all right, first 500 people, I'm gonna give you $200 worth of groceries. You can get $200 worth of groceries on me. See, that's the problem. Because the charities got to pay salaries. And it's not getting to the people. Because the salaries are eating up the giving. This is the problem. Okay? This is the problem. So you can get the same tax write-off. If you go to a grocery store and say, look, we're just talking to man. So listen, man, from noon to 5 o'clock, I want to give away, I got 500 people. I need you to close your store from noon to 5 o'clock. I got 500 people that's going to come in here and shop. And each one of them going to get $200 a piece. You think a grocery store don't want to do that for me? And I can afford this? So I don't have to give no charity. See, this is the problem. More people, we need to start putting money back in the hands of people. But most folk don't want to trust that because they think they're going to be used. And it's not, how it's received ain't your business. It's how you give. Because that's what's coming back to you. Okay? That's what's coming. And this is the problem. You got too many people talking about, like folks say, well, what you going to do with the money? What you mean I'm going to do? I'm going to help myself. That's what I'm going to do with the money. It's going to help me. Now, since you worry about what I'm going to do with the money, you keep your money. See, because your money got a string attached to it. Well, see, here again, everybody homeless don't have a mental problem. And you got so many people right now that are in foreclosure that could open up their home to a homeless person to get them off the street. And not only if they open up the home, now they can say they're home. Because now the government ain't sending the money to them, but it's sending it straight to the lender. So we're killing two birds with one stone. One, we're addressing the foreclosure crisis. And two, we're addressing homelessness. Okay? And just like everybody else, like you sit down, see what I'm trying to say is, right now, you got some people that don't need to have a place of their own. They just need some shelter. They just need a shelter. And this is what we're going to have to start doing, man. We're going to have to start looking out for each other. And see, here's the problem with homelessness. Don't nobody want it near them. That's the problem. See, they'll give you all the money. They'll do, but just don't bring that near me. And that's the problem with homelessness. See, and we're gonna have to take that stigma off homelessness. We're going to take it off. If we ever going to address, and you'll be surprised. They give you that. Thank you, man. See, let me tell y'all something. Listen to me, y'all. There's two ways you can give. You can give from your head, or you can give from your heart. And they both are different. How so, true conductor? See, when you give from your head, man, that's some stuff that you done plotted out. You done crossed every I, crossed every T, and dotted every I when you giving from your head. But when you giving from your heart, man, that's a situation you recognize when you walk up on it. See, that ain't something you looking for. It's looking for you. when you give from your heart, because it knows the minute it presents itself to you, you're going to respond. And you ain't got no string attached. See, when somebody got a string attached to their giving, they got an agenda. Let me say that again. When somebody got a string attached to their giving, they got an agenda. What do you mean, true conductor? Well, I'll give you this if you do this. See, that's an agenda. Okay? And anytime a person give you something and they want it back, that's a snake. That's a snake in the grass. See, a snake is the one that's going to give you something, and the minute y'all get along, y'all can't get along, he want it back. She want it back. That's a snake. Because see, it's somebody that's going to give you something from their heart. They don't want that back. They want you to enjoy it. Because they gave it to you from their heart. And ladies, you got so many men. See, this is another thing. This is another thing when it comes down to giving. See, a person that give from their heart, you ain't never got to ask them for nothing. Let me say that again. See, a person that give from their heart, you ain't never got to ask, because they looking for a reason to give. But that joker that's got an agenda, that's got a string, you're going to always have to ask them. And ladies, if you with a man that you always got to ask for what you need, he got an agenda. He got an agenda. It ain't about you either. It ain't about you. And see, and unfortunately, in the black community, when a man is listening to a woman's needs, she think he's trying to buy her. Because she ain't got to ask him for nothing. Because he listening. See, that's how that go in the black community. See, when a brother is trying to be proactive, she gonna think he trying to buy her. And he just making sure she don't have a need. But that joker that she got to ask and beg and give up some booty to get, that's the one she love. See, the one that treat her like shit, ain't got no respect for, ain't got no time for, that's the one she love. Okay? Yeah. And see that joker, that joker that you always got to ask for what you want, gonna be the first one throw up in your face what they done did for you. They're the first one. They ain't gonna never let you forget what they've done for you. To manipulate you. To control you. That's what that's all about. That's what it's all about. And people walk around like they don't even recognize that. See, these are the kind of things that we're dealing with in the community. And don't nobody want to talk about it. Everybody want to act like it don't exist. And it does. You got a lot of people out here, man, that are lonely. A lot of people out here horny. See, we ain't got to the sex part yet. It's a whole lot of people out here, some certified freaks. And it's coming to the surface. Look at how many people, if you think I'm lying, look at how many people's careers and lives are being destroyed by sex. You got teachers sleeping with students, pastors sleeping with the congregation, pastors getting busted for prostitution. Look at all of the sex crimes, man, that we dealing with post-pandemic. Yeah, but man, some teachers, some certified freaks, certified, and we walking around acting like it don't exist. You know, and this is the stuff, you know, we don't want to deal with it. We see it. We know it's there, but we don't want to deal with it. And look at what these kids, man, look at this hip hop music. That ain't nothing but sex, death, and drugs. And y'all act like you don't even see it. That's all that hip hop music is: sex, death, and drugs. That's all. That's why they killing each other so. Cause that's the only way they know how to get it. See, we ain't let nobody else. Have you noticed? Ain't but a few ways out of the black community. You either got to be an entertainer, athlete, or into drugs. If you ain't into sports, you ain't into entertainment, you gonna have to be in something illegal to get out of the black community. You got to do something illegal. That's the only other option you have to get that kind of money. You see, and that's a shame, man. You mean tell me that's the only way out for us? I can't come up with no creative ideas that somebody pay me for my ideas to make me rich. I got to go out here and do something stupid to get rich. I'm too old to be an athlete. I ain't that talented to be no musician or entertainer. So I got to come up with some ideas to try to fill the gap. See, and this is what people don't understand, man. And they treat you like you begging. Because you done created an idea and you're trying to get paid for it. Seriously. So you know, everybody's pimping people. And this is why folk right now are just afraid of anything good. Because, you know, they deal with so much deception on a daily basis, it's hard for them to believe. You know, when people see something that's good, it's almost like a too good to be true. This is just too good to be true. This can't be true. This is just too good. And this is where we are. This is where we are. Okay? This is where we are. And see, and listen, I'm telling you, they glorified, they in our community, going to jail is glorified. Selling drugs is glorified. Anything that's illegal is glorified in the black community. It's glorified, man. You become a certified hero. Be a pimp. Man, you're glorified. Glorified. You know, you got 10, 12 different baby mamas. You're glorified in the black community. Look at Nick Cannon. Look at how they hold him up as the example as a father. This boy got 10, 12 babies by all kind of baby mamas. So, all right, y'all. That's it for me. I tell you what. Let me. I need to go down to my car and get something. I forgot something, and I'll be back. I'll go back live. I gotta go. I gotta go before